Hi comic book fans, and welcome to another suddenlycomics.com video and to an edition of my series called The Comic Detective. Now, usually what I do in The Comic Detective is I go through a couple of Alan Class comics and unearth some goodies, some Marvel goodies hidden in those comics. So I've picked up a number of Alan Class comics over the last couple of months while I was away in France and since I've been back, and I thought I'd share some of them with you. I'm going to start off with the biggie. This is a great comic. This is Uncanny Tales number 29. There you go. Look at that. In really good condition. I haven't cleaned and pressed any of these yet. I'm afraid that having been away for 7 weeks and now coming out of retirement and working, my pressing has got a bit behind. So all of these need to clean and a press, but look at the condition of this one. Pretty good. And here we have got a reprint of Journey into Mystery number 98. We've got the Cobra on the cover. Of course, we have got Thor on the cover. And we have got Jane Foster on the cover, who is getting a bit hot because she's obviously playing a major role in the upcoming Thor Love and Thunder film. Right, so what else do we get in here? Well, we also get the backup story from Journey into Mystery 98, which is a Tales of Asgard. It says Stan Lee and Jack Kirby, art inked by Don Heck. These backup Tales of Asgard stories in these Thors were tremendous, and quite often the Tale of Asgard stories were better than the main Thor story. This is not all we've got in this. We've also got art and stories. There's loads of Stan Lee stories in here with different artists. This one is from Tales of Suspense number 11 from 1960. I Know the Secret of the Flying Saucer. You will recognize, those of you who are aficionados will recognize the artist here is Steve Ditko. Right, we then got another Jack Kirby illustrated story. This is from Tales to Astonish number 8, also from 1960. I Am the Genie, Stan Lee story, Jack Kirby artwork. And again, from Tales to Astonish, this is a really nice one, Tales to Astonish issue 8. This is Don Heck. Doing a fantastic mummy story. Look at Don Heck's mummy there. Really good. And again, great stuff. And finally, in this, it's another story from Journey into Mystery 98. And this is called The Purple Planet. And as it says in the box here, art Larry Lieber, inking Matt Fox. And Matt Fox is the guy who's got this really intense style of inking. Look at this. I like Matt Fox's stuff. It's very distinctive. There we go. What a great comic. Uncanny Tales number 29. Containing some really great Stan Lee stories, art by Jack Kirby, Steve Ditko, Don Heck, Larry Lieber, Matt Fox. I mean, it's a little gem. Right, now, next up, we've got another great comic here. This is Tales of Suspense number 92. Okay. This that cover there, I think, is from Daredevil 38, which is actually the second part of the Doom story. Issue 37 being the first part. Actually, the first story in here is issue 37, in fact, Daredevil 37. So this actually contains reprint of Daredevil 37 and Daredevil 38. Here we go. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's right, believer. Within the iron-garbed form of Doctor Doom is the desperately trapped mental essence of Daredevil. There you go, Daredevil trapped inside Doctor Doom, the living prison. Great stuff, and that's the living prison up there. I think these are good spec, by the way. Daredevil 37, 38, I've got both of those. And you know, Doctor Doom and Daredevil, I think they're both going to come to the MCU. Not only have we got Daredevil 37 and 38 in here, but we've actually got effectively the third story of that arc, where the Fantastic Four think Daredevil has still got Doctor Doom inside him, and we get a battle between the Fantastic Four and Daredevil, and this comes from Fantastic Four 73. So you've got a triple whammy here, 3 classic Marvel comics being reprinted in here. I think Thor teams up with Daredevil to fight Fantastic Four. I mean, you know, you got to find some excuse for these superheroes to fight each other. What another great one. It's not quite as in good nick as the previous one I showed you. It will benefit from a clean and press. Right, third up, this is astonishing. This is Astonishing Stories of Suspense, number 94, with Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. Nick Fury, number 4, and we've got a Steranko, a nice psychedelic Steranko cover here, from the 1960s, of course. So we've got a Nick Fury story in here. Oh, who's that? Wait a minute. I haven't actually read this. Ooh. Oh, we've got Hydra appearing, the fighting Hydra. But also in here, we have got another little surprise. Yeah, from Strange Tales 102, we have got the Human Torch, Prisoner of the Wizard, Part 1, and we get Part 2, I think. Yeah, the Human Torch, Part 2, Wizard Wiles. Some great stuff here. Right, little bonus. Nick Fury on the cover, and inside we've got Human Torch and the Wizard fighting it off. Right. Now then, also, I'm going to just show you some nice Alan Class stuff I picked up. No Marvel stuff inside, but just like the covers. Amazing Stories, Sinister Tales, number 92. And the ones I collect, I generally collect the pre-decimalization Alan Classes. I'm not as interested in the post-decimalization ones. I like the early ones, more likely to have Marvel reprints in them. And they're not reprints of reprints. Alan quite often reprinted stuff 2 or 3 times. Okay, next one up in a really nice Atomic Age science fiction-y cover, The Return of Dr. Fang. Is this Thunder Agents? I don't know, possibly. Look at that. Great cover. And then finally, another nice science fiction-y one, Amazing Stories of Suspense, 41 shilling. Did you ever get fed up with the world we live in? Olsen did, and he left it, never to return. But then he had to make the trip back. Poor old Olsen. Okay, and finally, I bought a number of those from a Facebook group. There was a guy selling about 5 Alan Class comics, very reasonable price, 25 quid, a fiver each. Who can argue with that? And these came with it. There's like sort of freebies. I'd never heard of this. This is from L. Miller and Son, a printer in London, about the same time as Alan Class, a bit earlier than Alan, actually. I think Alan eventually took over them when they went under. But here we go. King of the Royal Mounted, #1. Look at that. And look at the condition of that. I think that's from 1962. Really nice. And thrown in with that, I got King of the Royal Mounted #2. And oh no, that was King of the Royal Mounted #3. Here is King of the Royal Mounted #2. Look at that racing car. That dates it. There you go. Hope you've enjoyed this little The Comic Detective. That's your lot.